Hey, vegan bodybuilders are a great example of the mental illness in the vegan community because obviously they don't exist. There's no words in the English language for how beyond retarded and in denial you are if you believe that you can build muscle as a vegan. Seeing as it's generally a catabolic state because of malnutrition. So to even believe that you can maintain muscle mass by eating plants as a carnivore is ignorant and delusional. The problem in general is that only vegans watch vegan videos. When there is no opposition to a religion, they will keep blindly following it. The few anti-vegan comments will usually be deleted. Nobody outside of the religion believes that vegan bodybuilders are natty, meaning natural, which is ridiculous anyway because vegans only eat man-made food and take 10 pills a day from Big Pharma. It's the most unnatural cult in history. When people talk about pro-bodybuilders, those masochist junkies such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, they ask if he's natural, and the answer is always yes. Full vegan natty. Because people only make fun of it. Idiots. Let's start with John Venus. He's obviously narcissistic. Watching him is very cringy. And I don't say this to offend you, but you're severely mentally ill if you can't see what's going on here. Most people agree that he likes to drink a lot of juice. Besides that, these people strongly promote pharmaceutical companies, especially the white powders. This is what creatine looks like, and this is the medicine they want you to buy. It's made in a lab, that's why it's white powder. It may not come from animals, but it sure as hell also doesn't come from plants. So by using it you become a drug addict, and admit that you can't get what you need from plants. Vegans generally talk about medicine as if everybody should be taking it. There are no regulations, so these so-called supplements are sold as something else, because they have a similar chemical structure as the natural molecule. The best it can do is try to mimic the real molecule. This is why these junkies gain weight but not strength, except for a little bit because you simply have more mass. Technically, John Venus doesn't even have muscles because they are not made out of red meat. If an animal would try to eat him, they would die from poisoning, and that's not a joke. Most of the so-called supplements are made out of petroleum, coal tar, or processed sugar, and many other toxins. In that sense, creatine is the same as synthol. It creates a synthetic human. There's absolutely no way around nature, but Monsanto and Bayer would like you to believe that. If they use synthetic hormones or pro-hormones, then again they don't realize that these are supposed to mimic animal hormones, which you can actually get by eating animals. Vegans also don't get the animal vitamin A, which is used to store protein, so what their body does is use the liver stores. This will always end with liver failure, so it's a very stupid idea to try bodybuilding if you don't eat saturated animal fat. Plants are a horrible source of protein. Once you count in the digestibility, biological value, which vegans have probably never heard of, you can at best get 20% of the listed protein, and that's assuming that all of the nitrogen is present in protein, and that all of the protein is 16% nitrogen. That alone should tell you what a scam all of this is. Once you get into biology, you will see that it's biochemically impossible to do bodybuilding as a vegan. But as long as you're on drugs, you can eat pancakes all day long. Synthetically, you will grow. Most of these junky bodybuilders eat a plant-based diet anyway, like everybody else. Their goal is to get heart disease in their 40s. All you have to do is look at other animals in nature. All of them eat a ketogenic diet. Apes, for example, digest their food into 70% saturated animal fat. That says it all. As for vegan gains, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. He's psychotic and would never admit to using anything except for his white powders. You should understand that for a vegan drug user, this is the best they can do. This is the guy who works for PETA, and he's actually telling people that he's vegan. I hope that I don't have to add anything to that. The only difference between these fake vegans is that some of them admit to using anabolic steroids and some don't. This guy called Hench Herbivore admitted it, and he's smaller than John Venus. According to his name, he's also brain damaged. Charles Marlow also talked about using them. Durian Rider, as I've mentioned before, because he realized that he looks like a skeleton. It's all an absolute joke. If you don't eat meat, you will automatically have lower testosterone, as proven in studies, because it's made out of cholesterol, which vegans are deficient in, and it also causes a decrease in sperm. Have you never wondered why these people don't release their blood tests? Of course, there are gullible people out there who look up to these people. They eat their salads and grains, keep losing muscle, until they realize what's going on. They lie because they believe that they are doing it for a good cause. It's simple. Imagine that you are a vegan bodybuilder who secretly eats animals or uses drugs. It boosts your ego and that's how you make money. They are so deep in denial that they don't realize that they are destroying the environment and everybody's health, because these are brain damaged slaves who believe that the government tells them to eat plants because they want everybody to be healthy. Thanks for watching.